So the heavy scent of alcohol starts to hit your guys' noses as you enter into the wandering bucket, where the contact is supposed to meet you all for you to get the information on the said adventure that he had posted all around through town. Apparently the post read that there's been a lot of disappearances in a hometown of his, and he was looking for adventurers to traverse over there and try to help with the situation, since the lords there didn't seem to care much about the commoners that were going missing. The sun is at high noon at this point as you open the doors, and even though it's still only noon, people are still taking full advantage of drinking as much as possible.
I would seat myself in a chair close to the door and just look around.
Oh, you can do that. We're on the map.
Okay.
Ariana will gradually make her way upwards towards the bar, just scoffing at everyone that she sees.
As you walk by, you notice there's a group of men that are being really rowdy in one table. They are all adorned with weapons and are just yucking it up, it seems. As you walk by, a couple of them would make cat calls as you're walking by.
Pitiful creatures. They're just minor insects in life.
Everyone else?
I would make my way straight up to the main bar and order a drink. Right
As
here
you would
next to
pass
this-
by them, they would kind of look at you, as one would turn and whisper to his mate, saying something softly, as he'd give off a kind of low chuckle.
I just brushed off their pathetic squabble to me.
Someone that agrees with me.
And Ken will just say that you're butting up with Selena while you're still getting set up.
I think it's safe to say that we make small talk. Right, Jason? And yeah,
Arna, as you get to the bartender, he'd turn around as he's finishing up a drink, bring it over to the barmaid to go pass it around. Alright, my lady, I'll be with you in a tick.
Fine, but don't keep a lady waiting.
So you move over, handing the barmaid some glasses that she'd move over to the rowdy table that you guys saw before. So, how can I help you?
I would like to taste your finest wine or whatever you call good in this place.
Wine? Don't know if we got any wine. We got some strong ales for you.
Fine, fine, whatever you deem necessary. And Ariana will just pretty much shoo him off.
Course. Be 10 pieces. As he'd walk to start to pour you a nice little glass of ale.
Sounds good.
How about you, Frederick?
I'm just waiting for the bartender to get his butt over here. All the meanwhile, I'm watching the rowdy table that insulted me.
Yeah, as you're watching them, you notice some of them are like pointing at you and giving off a couple of chuckles. And pretty much just yucking it up. As you
I
can
give a
see
sly
in
wink
here,
at them.
most of the people in here are human, with the exclusion of like 3 different people.
I just give them a flirtatious wink.
Hey, boys! You see that? Oh. Hey, yo, why don't you pass me another bottle? I'm not drunk enough for this.
It works on ladies. I figured it would work on a bunch of you women too.
And as he's saying that, the bartender would bring you your ale.
Well, thank you. Now, leave me be.
Of course. Oh, you can see that he's still waiting for payment.
Oh, Ariana will gradually give him the 10 pieces that he needs.
And give you a nod, take it, and then move over to Fedric. Ah, haven't seen much of you guys around. What can I do for you?
One of your strongest ales, please.
Sure. As you turn and start moving to make you some now. Selena and Ken, are you just sitting back relaxing?
I would think we'd be exchanging pleasantries and watching what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just with just like a passing curiosity. Do you second that, Ken?
Ken seconds everything right now.
Yes, I second that.
So we just resonating with everything.
After a while, bartender comes back. Alright, here's your ale. That'd be 12 pieces.
Here, I hand over the 12 pieces.
Thank you kindly. So you would start to just move about, hanging out with, or talking to this one guy that's sitting right next to you. He looks to be dressed in rather dingy clothes, nothing too special about him. So you notice that him and the group of men that were back there all seem to have similar tattoos on their hands, which looks like a sword crossed by a knife.
Huh.
Could a knowledge local know more about that?
Absolutely.
Can I roll a listen to try to eavesdrop, or are they talking loud enough that I can just hear it?
With all the muttering in here and sounds of just hustle and bustle and tear, it's kind of difficult to hear, so yeah, you would have to roll a listen.
Alright. I had it set to Fetrick. There we go.
Alright, so Ariana, as the bartender, just finishes up his conversation and starts to walk by. You pause him for a moment, and what do you ask him?
Those tattoos by those men, not that I care or nothing, but where are they from?
Oh. You don't know them?
I'm not fully from these parts. I'm sure you understand and know by now. Clearly, I'm not from here.
Oh, Excuse me. I thought you were probably living with one of those other... My assumption. Yeah. They're common around here. They're a local gang, actually.
Just more peasants. Okay, never mind then.
Right. More peasants. Enjoy your drink, man.
Well, thank you now. Go back to your business.
So he just continues to walk on, making more drinks as the bar maiden would return back to start handing out more. Ken, how far along are you?
I've got almost all of my abilities done, and then my stats. I just need skills.
Alright, first level you get 20 plus the attribute you choose, and then you roll for the other two. Thank you. After a while that you guys sit here, does anybody try to look for the person that they were supposed to meet here?
Would we even begin to know what the person looked like? If it was a poster that said that they were looking for someone.
Well, by the way that the sheet was explaining that it looked like it was somebody that holds some type of noble influence in town, so your assumption would be someone that would look of nobility.
Then I would.
The name stated on the paper would have been Tyrius.
Yeah, I would probably be doing that while I'm talking to Ken.
Surveying or looking?
I'd probably be probably be looking pretty hard.
Most of the people in here looks really commonplace. There's only a few people that stick out. Ones in particular are these two over at this corner over here who look to be dressed far too highly for the crowd in here.
Where is my zoom supposed to be set at?
You can see everything on here.
Oh, okay. So I can zoom out safely.
Yes.
Okay, and then I would I'd tap the table, look at Ken, and said, "Excuse me, I'm going to get a drink. Would you like anything?"
No, thank you. I'm good. Perhaps later.
And I would make my way to the front on this side of the table, or to the bar at least.
Alright. This guy would give you a rather mean look. As you look at him, looks like he's a half-orc that's chewing on a rather large pig right now.
What time of day is it?
Looks like a wild boar.
What time of day is it?
Time of day? Noon.
Yeah, noon. I would just, as he gives me a look, I'd say good afternoon and continue walking.
Alrighty.
Unless he did anything to keep me from it.
And then you see this maiden holding what looks like almost a barrel that looks like she's starting to bring towards that guy.
I just nod and continue towards the bar.
Oh, hello there, lass.
Hello, may I please have, and I look around. I say I'm not much of a drinker. Can I just have something easier, I guess? Weaker?
Alright, I gotcha. Be 8 pieces.
I give him 8 pieces.
Alright. He goes over here. Arina, you want to do a spot check to see what he's doing? Or do you care?
I'll do a spot check. Why not? It's another skill. Something to do. Or I don't think I got spot doing right.
Make sure you have it out of correct.
Actually, I don't have a spot.
You don't have spot check.
Apparently not.
Oh, joy. This is something that makes the DM happy. So, if you do not have a skill check when you try to roll it, it is a d20 minus 5.
Let me put that as 0, see if it comes up better. No, it probably won't.
No,
I
it will
rolled a
not,
spot check.
because it'll try to grab the attribute bonus, but you don't get an attribute bonus when you don't have a bonus.
Okay, well, I rolled 1 and I came at 0, so.
So no, you just see him moving, you see your traveling companion ordering something, you just don't care. So the bartender comes back and gives you your mug. He's like, alright, here you go, lass.
I say thank you very much and walk away. Well, I would walk towards Aranya. There's a Enye here. And say I think the person who put the poster up is at those tables over there.
Oh, really? I guess you do have many uses after all. So we go see him?
I blink at her just like patiently and just walk ahead of her.
Alright, I'll go get our puppy.
Has any of you guys actually taken a drink yet?
Nope.
No.
Patrick?
Nope.
Alright.
Come on, I think we're expecting people and they're here.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Clearly.
Oh. I give my drink to the dude sitting next to me and I head off. Like, I don't even say, here, have this. I just give it to him and walk off.
He doesn't seem to mind.
Whee!
Yes, but you have to understand that the state of the affairs would cause for... Yes. Can we help you?
Are you looking for assistance?
He would look over to his companion across the chair and then look back to you. Everyone is looking for assistance, but it depends on the thing that you're asking that you're willing to help with.
There are quite a few posters around town. Do those belong to you?
No, I would not think they would belong to me, though. He would look over to his assistant and then back. It's like, are you adventurous?
One could say that.
Then this meeting may have been fated.
I look over to Aranya and look back at what I assume is a noble.
Oh yeah, the way that he's dressed is obviously far too fine for everybody else in here.
I'll just stick with noble. I'm not going to go any more precise than that.
Ariana will just give a shrug of her shoulders like, let's carry on, everything else here is pretty boring anyway.
Well, you see, manners at first. He would stand and do an elegant-looking bow as he'd flick his hair behind his back after he'd lean back up. You may call me Sir Ellen. I own a certain shop not too far from here. Matter of fact, the only reason why I deem myself to hang with this rabble is because this place is actually owned by my sister-in-law, and I try to give her as much help as I can. You see, I'm looking for some people to help me with a very minute problem I'm having. Apparently, someone is taking it upon themselves to vandalize my store at the end of the day. I tried to ask the local, how you say, military help to deal with the situation, but as you can see, they are not very thorough. And if it's not in between their faces, they deem not to see quite well.
Done talking.
Huh?
Is he done talking?
I can't hear you.
I said, is he done talking?
Yes.
Well, Selena would like just incline her head and say, "You can call me Selena." And what kind of vandalism are we talking about?
Well, at first it was harmless. A couple of tomatoes being thrown. No matter. My people can clean that. But then recently, they started stealing our windows. Yes. I felt the exact same way as he would look at you when you make that face.
Okay, as long as you knew that was canon. How does one steal a window?
I do not know their method, but they cut it with something fine and take out the center. After checking my inventories, I noticed that nothing else in the building was missing besides the windows.
Have you ever thought of putting wood up instead of glass?
Oh, my dear. Wood is so crass. It does not show the proper elegance of my store. Plus, I want people to look in to see what I have to sell, not so they can see a wooden board. You're not a merchant, you wouldn't understand.
She's not also very smart considering who she is, but I understand completely.
And I would just have this like very slightly irritated face and shaking my head.
Oh, my dear, I'm glad that you understand. So, do you think we can come to an accord and an agreement, maybe? If you help me with this problem, I'd be happy to reimburse you for your efforts.
Something as simple as finding people who take windows should not be a problem. Besides, this place just bores me to death. We're ready to see what else we can do.
I have to admit, my sister-in-law does seem to bring in a rather sultry crowd.
What kind of goods are you advertising?
Ah, plenty, my dear. We sell the finest in women's clothing. I happen to be one of the highest sellers in our district. He would start to rub his fingers across his chest.
Congratulations on that.
I Thank you for your congratulations. You notice that the girl he's sitting across is kind of just like rubbing her forehead right now.
I would step closer to her. She seems more on my level. Just as like an unconscious kind of thing. And what is known about the people who are vandalizing? Just that the window disappeared?
So far, that seems to be the only thing that's been missing. No, it is not. As you move closer, you heard her saying that under her breath. Like where you were standing before, you couldn't hear that she was saying anything, but while he's talking, you notice she's saying little small, subtle things to his comments.
I would turn back to Aranya and say that maybe his clothing is right up your alleyway.
Ah, yes, maybe it is.
If it's the finest wares in the area, then it must be.
There is nothing better for I.
Maybe you should go scope out the location in the store.
Ah, you had a good idea. Congratulations.
I slightly incline my head and am moderately irritated still.
Let us go then. Let us see what is actually happening.
I turn to the assistant whose name I do not know yet and say, "You'll show me the store after I finish my drink?"
She would turn to you and say, huh? What?
I say, "My companion is going to go look at the store. Will you show me the way after I've finished my drink?"
Well... Oh, darn. Come now. You don't have to do anything else for me today. I'm actually quite fine. I wanted to go visit my sister upstairs anyway. If you are sure, I guess I do not have a reason to say no. Yes, I will show you the way.
Thank you. And I'm going to turn to Sir Ellen and say, "If we're not careful, my friend will get lost."
Oh, Arina, you already left?
Oh, she's gone with the drink in hand, out the door.
Oh, I wouldn't need to worry. My establishment is quite easy to find. Because it is gorgeous.
I'll be sure to keep my eye out.
I'm glad. We could try to fit you in something that looks much nicer than the rags you're wearing right now. It does not fit you, my dear.
Thank you.
One thing you would notice that this entire time he's been talking to you guys, Frederick, he does not even acknowledge your existence.
Good. I wasn't talking. It'd be awkward for him to acknowledge I existed.
It's almost to the point that he's going out of his way to make sure that he is not looking at you.
Is he sitting down?
No, he's standing currently because he had to bow.
I'm gonna do like the thing that people do when they just walk up behind someone, like they put their arms all over their shoulders, and I'm gonna be like, "Pleasure doing business with you, buddy. Now I'm gonna be on my way."
Oh! He looks visibly like horrified as you do that. Just like, please get your thing off of me.
Dang, I ruffle his hair. I'm an amazing person. Just get to know me.
Lena's biting her lip, attempting not to laugh.
If you would not stop him, he would shrug himself off of you.
I don't stop him, but immediately afterwards, I give him a lick with my tongue, and then I take off.
You actually.
Right on the left cheek.
He just looks stupefied and horrified. He's like, "Oh, I need to wash. Oh, darn it! I need to go." And it looks like he's just running towards the upstairs.
Your brother's quite hygienic.
He's not my brother. He's my boss.
Your boss is quite hygienic.
I give Petrick like a gracious look, like thank you.
Okay, okay, let's go, Selena.
I turn my attention to his assistant, and I say, "And you are?"
My employer likes to call me Donna, but my real name is Elizabeth. I don't know why he loves to call me by that name, but as you can see, he's slightly touched by Dove's hand. One can say.
I think you take that to mean a different thing than I do.
I think you're not as stupid as your friend claims.
My friend is very full of herself. It's moderately amusing sometimes.
As you're having this pleasant conversation, you guys hear the... Oh, Arna, before you even got to the door just bursts open.
I look at the door.
There's a rather gruff-looking male peers through. As he looks at you directly, Arna.
Yes, is there something you need? Otherwise, get out of my way.
He doesn't even say a word to you then, as he just lets the door close behind him and he just continues to walk past you.
Oh, inferiors. They'll always be like that.
Oh, you're gonna die.
It doesn't matter when I die.
I would immediately approach the man that is bursting into a bar with a sense of entitlement that he has not yet earned, and ask him, "What are you up to today, mate?"
If you can move your piece.
Then move yourself too.
Okay. I'm not gonna stand right in his way, but I'm gonna stand like close to him.
Wait, now why is he stuck huge on my screen then? Oh, never mind.
He looked to you and was like, "Depends. Are you here answering my help offering?"
You were the one posting the posters around town.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Then that'd be what we were here for.
Wait. He looked to the group.
Miss Archer lady, the bitch you met at the door, and the gentleman in the back.
And I would kind of wave as I saw Petrick look at me.
Meanwhile, I'd be like waving you over.
And I'd give you the just a minute.
And then I would give you the snap fingers point to the ground as in now.
And I
I
would
like
return.
Frederick more and more each day.
You what?
I like Frederick more and more each day.
Okay.
Alright, so... Well, let's have a seat first. I don't want to go over this standing up.
Alright, where do you wish to sit then?
He takes this one table closest to the bar.
I'm gonna sit right across from him. Like that.
And then as they're doing that, I'll have a conversation with Donna, or Elizabeth at the same, right around the same time that they're figuring out all this. Okay, I would just kind of huff and shake my head as a Scout would have taken off to confront the guy and said, I heard you have some opinions that you don't share with your boss about what's been going on.
Oh, did you hear that?
Okay.
As I mentioned, my employer
It's Dutch.
tends to live in a... It looks like she's fishing for the proper word to say.
Fantasy?
A colorful imagination.
Okay.
Though I've shown him proper handouts of things that's gone missing in the store, he refuses to accept those to be actual loss from these vandalisms. Recently, we've gone missing about 20 jade robes. Granted, they were none of our home products, they were all imported. But it seems like a very specific article of clothing that we get imported seems to be vandalized and taken when these incidents happen.
Does anyone else carry the same style and color of robe?
No, we have a very, very unique individual that sells them to us. As far as we are concerned, he is not trading with anyone. I've done my background checks to see if he was trading with anyone. As far as I'm concerned, no one's really encountered him in this area. We actually don't even meet him in town. He has us meet him alongside the road, a little ways outside of town, when we buy goods from him.
Out of character, my foot is waking up. Any other information that you deem would be helpful to us figuring this out?
Well, at first, it was jade robes that were taken. Next, it was some blue robes. And individually, these pieces don't really mean much. We bought them from the man for around 100 pieces a set. Though all around this is a loss that is flirting around 500 gold. So, if you could find these, it would be really helpful for us. I know that our employer does not think that 500 is something to worry about, but once I finally take over the store when he leaves, I would like to have everything in order and not be behind.
Fair enough. And that's all that you deem important?
There was one night that I say that I was feeling a little bit brave and thought that I should stay after to try to see if I can catch one of these individuals. What I can say is it was not human. I believe that it would have been something related to your friend that left earlier.
The arrogant one?
Yes.
I hate to sound repetitive, but is there anything else? Is it one or is there many?
I only saw one, and I'm afraid and ashamed to say I was too stunned and terrified to even encounter them when they broke in.
I'd nod and say that it's quite alright. It's quite alright. The information that you've given us should be quite helpful. And I'd look behind me after the felt Kin walk up.
Get anything useful?
I look at him and then say, let's go for the wonderful talking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. You say,
Yeah, we can hear you, but you've got a lot of background noise.
How about now? Is it gone?
better. The noise comes about every time you move. So, but I heard you when you asked if I got anything useful.
Okay.
Did you talk to me after that? So I would turn to Elizabeth and say, thank you, you've been more than helpful.
She would stand and put her hands between her legs and then just do a very subtle bow. It's like, I'm glad that I could help. Now, I suppose I should go hurry after your friend before she may get lost or in any trouble whatsoever.
I half-face Kin and say, we have to go fetch our other friend.
That's very fine. May your
And I
day
look
do
at-
well for you.
And I look at her and I say, I'm sure we'll be seeing you again.
Thank you for your assistance.
Not a problem. And then I would begin to make my way towards that road.
She would make sure to go around this side of the table to leave.
Okay. I find that humorous. Oh, I'm still carrying my drink around, and I guess I'm gonna drop it by this guy again.
Oh, Ken, when you walk past this way, one of them smacks you on the butt, by the way. Oh no, boss. I think this one has a sword between his legs. My fault, mate.
I just walk away, head down, sighing.
But I drop my drink by the guy at the bar and just say enjoy and continued walking.
He's turning to Lumber. He's like, oh, it's my lucky day. As he takes his next free drink and starts to drink it, as he spits it out, it's like, oh, it tastes like warm piss.
I look back at him and say, "You're welcome."
As you all move over to the table, I assume this is your crew then. He'd be
Yeah,
looking at you.
minus the spider bitch.
I would nod and apologize for being tardy.
After she apologized, I'd be like, by the way, this is the man that was posting all them ads around town asking for assistance.
Yeah, well done on the find then. So how can we help you?
Well, as my poster said, that my hometown, no more than 2 days walk from here, has been getting some rather scary news. Turns out that a couple of people have been going missing from their homes, you see, and I left out here trying to find a life for my wife and my kids, and I haven't had a chance to roam back yet. And I won't be able to until close to the next solstice. So I was hoping to find some people looking for honest work, trying to help someone on lower times out. You see.
Yep, I'm sure we could help you.
I'll have my mate that came back from the town to give me this information. Though I think he left on me and went drinking before I could meet up with whoever would have got my post today. You have to excuse him. It's his first time out of town and he's getting a little over his head with the sights.
Ken, are you short?
Huh?
How tall are you, Ken?
I believe he's 5'5".
And Zell, are you sitting?
I am sitting down.
Okay, so I would be able to at least see over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. I would just say that seems rough. Not like that, but I'd say that seems rough.
Say that again, I couldn't hear you.
I would say that seems rough.
He's young and impressionable, so it wouldn't be the easiest, no. Though I understand. Though once I do get a hold of him, he'll be able to take you back to the town. You might have to dip him in some cold barrels for a couple of hours to get his head straight.
I walk down the table.
Probably do him some good.
I'd walk around the table and sit down at the farthest seat on the bench facing him, like one leg on either side of the bench seat.
Mhm.
And I'd say my name's Selena. Because I obviously missed introductions.
He would take a nod. Well met, Miss Selena. As you've read... Crap, what was his name?
That's what I'm waiting for.
Ill prepared.
Too many names for too many random situations.
I want to call him Roger.
Given the fact that one of them had two names.
Yeah. His name was... Taryn.
And you were on about how his poster read.
Huh?
You were on about what was on his poster. That's what you started before you said you couldn't remember his name.
Oh, as my poster said, my name is Taryn.
Okay. And I would say, nice to meet you.
Also, if you ever need to find me, I'm the leader of the sawmill not too far from here.
And the name of the sawmill would be? Or is there only one?
I'm the only one. I'm actually quite lucky, that is. Being the only one in town's the only reason why they even consider me noble in here anymore.
You seem like a much better noble than the two I think I've already met. They were pricks.
To each their own. Everyone walks their own life.
I'd look at Patrick and say, Elizabeth wasn't bad.
Her boss was.
But you can't put her boss on. You couldn't. How would you say that? You can't impose her boss's actions onto her. Just like I don't blame you for Aranya.
Do you really not? Are we really gonna have this discussion right in front of our boss right now?
He seems to understand.
We can argue about this later, Selena. First, we need to get down to business.
Okay. I know you split personality. Because you would call me a bitch for making that point like 5 seconds ago. You'd called me a whiny little bitch.
I did not.
You would have.
Probably.
So at this point, Terrence like listening to you guys babble, and he's just like crosses his arms and kind of chuckling to himself. Also, that little exchange you just did, that's canon.
Okay.
Anyways, Taryn, point us in the right direction and we'll begin on our way.
One more thing, he says as he uncrosses his arms and starts to dig in his pocket and takes out a tarnished silver locket.
I would put both hands like on either side of the bench and like lean forward. That's so pretty.
He
Just
would
like
kind of give off a soft smirk. It's like, it's my late mum's. As he'd put it towards Fetrick, because he's assumed to be the leader of the group currently.
Well then. Thank you.
Only because I'm out there.
My wife, back at my town, knows that this is mine. What were you saying?
I would scoot forward.
Alright. My wife knows that this is mine. She's a blue-haired lady. Her name's Hildy.
Alright.
Alright, we'll seek her out when we get there. Thank you. Can you give us any more information than that, though?
Yeah, if you give her this, she'll be able to give you lodging in my place. My son should be out and about, so I'm pretty sure that you guys can stay in his room. Though, like I said, town I come from, it's very, very poor. Well, the majority of the people are poor.
Your wife's not afraid of spiders, is she?
No, she is not.
That's good. There's another one of us.
And don't worry about being poor. We'll find a way to collect some sort of payment.
As he kind of
I would
runs. Go ahead.
I would look at him like, really?
I would look back at Selena and be like, yes, really. I'm gonna take it off the dead corpses of these fucking kidnappers.
Whoa, whoa. I wasn't asking for you guys to kill anyone. Like,
They're kidnappers. Do you really expect them just to hand over their hostages?
Not murder if it's self-defense.
I mean, as a proper businessman, I could not put out posters inclining murder.
You're not inclining murder. You're
Just-
inclining help to return people to their rightful homes.
Exactly. I just want you all to understand that I am not asking you to go out and kill anyone.
I will do my best to refrain from knocking their head off their shoulders.
In my name.
In your name.
Thank you.
However, if the moment comes where I have to knock their head off their shoulders, I will not hesitate to do so.
As long as if you all understand that it was not me asking you to do so.
I will believe it was the spider bitches asking me to do so.
That's well understood.
As he'd kind of rub on the side of his good eye. So, currently, what we have are 5 people have gone missing. The potter's son, Ralph. For anybody that's taking this down, I'll give you time.
I've been taking it down.
And the teacher's son, Charlie. The twins, Eric and Tim.
Before he says names, I'd say identical.
Yes,
Eric and what?
Tim.
Okay.
And then my brother's son. As he's kind of hesitating to say his name.
And the name for that would be?
You can see that it's actually taking up some emotional effect on him, as it looks like he does. It's just like kind of sucks that he's missing, kind of thing.
I would, like, the word I'm looking for is not sentimentally, like reassuringly, lays like her arm on his forearm, like close to his wrist, very gently.
Don't worry, Taryn. We'll get your brother's son back.
His name's David. He's only 5.
Quite young. Must be terrible men. Monsters, perhaps, that were taking him.
He's not even the youngest. Tim. Only 3. I mean, I don't understand who would do something like this.
Younger lives are worth a higher ransom. Said younger lives are worth a higher ransom.
That would visibly kind of upset him.
He asked a question. I was answering it.
Worry not, we'll have them back in due time.
Right. And I'll be sure to pay you all for your services. I mean, what you're doing isn't just helping me, it's helping a lot of people. The nobles in my town, they sit on their high horses and don't even try to help out with the situation. Apparently this has been going on for the last 5 months.
Have the nobles always been like that? Turned a blind eye to everything in your town?
No. Yes, but normally, if it was something this severe, they would at least notify a judicator, or just in case if there was any threats of ruin beasts in the area, but they haven't even done that.
My best guess is they could probably be in on it. Perhaps taking bribes.
So I just don't understand.
Selena would ask, who do the twins belong to?
Twins, they're orphans.
Canonically, she would make a very sad face.
The parents never made it back from a hunting trip.
It happens. Nature can be quite cruel.
That can be. Never know when Crow's gonna take us next, you know.
The longer we discuss philosophy, the less time we have to get going.
Right. You're absolutely correct.
Ken, Selena, we best go hunt down Orana.
She's probably looking at clothes still.
She's probably doing something useless again, I know.
So, we do a hard cut to Arena. You are having a smorgasbord of the finest clothes and wares around you right now.
Oh, it's just beautiful. But you can't help but wonder where the simpletons are. They're taking far too long for her liking.
You also notice that some of these clothes are actually sewn through some of your people's silk.
Ah, but this is the finest silk, so that's the reason. Does not surprise me.
And after you've just like enjoying the store, the Elizabeth will, it depends on what you would call her, would walk in. Oh, well, seems like you've found your way nicely.
Ah, you! Yes, you! Oh, Echo.
Katie, you're echoing.
Okay, sorry.
No problem. Ah, yes, you! You were with the others. How come they're so long coming here? Are they distracted by a coin again?
No, a man entered the store not long after you left and caught their attention with something. I'm not too sure. I did not stay to question the matter.
Ah, they're so simple-minded. Can't get focused on one task at hand. But yes, since you're here, this dress. I noticed it's made from the same silk that I would know personally. How much would this be?
Oh, well. Since it is a very fine dress, as you would know, I assure you, You're a very intelligent woman, I can already tell. I could be able to sell that dress to you for 500 pieces.
How about a better transaction? Since we're helping you and all, how about we cut that price once the, I guess you can say, mission is done?
You would like this as your reward for them?
Yes, I feel like I've been hanging around these people for far too long, and I've been feeling filthy, and I need something to make myself more elegant.
Well, by all means, it's yours. If you're able to help us for this, it would be a great help.
I sell as soon as my colleagues come to me. How long that will take, I'll never know.
Well, you're free to stay and survey the area as long as you want. Maybe something would stick out to you that a less trained person as myself would not see.
Oh yes, it'll give me something to do anyway. I'm sure they won't be too much longer.
Alright. Do you want to try to do rolls or anything?
Honestly, can we please leave her behind?
Oh, that's so mean.
If Ken's okay with it, I'm okay with it.
I've sold my sister into slavery. What do I care?
We best go get Arana. She has her uses. Even if it is just whining the enemy to death, she has her uses.
Rana, do you want to make any rolls while you're in here, trying to survey the area?
I can't, it's just gonna fail though, so. I'll make, I guess, a spot would probably make sense more than a church.
Correct.
Yeah, that's why it's a fail. Yeah. Though I'm rolling a 13 on it, it's still 0. Sad face.
Then all of a sudden you realize the things that you put points in, you probably should have put points otherwise.
Yeah, especially since I have a skill that allows me to spot invisible enemies. I probably should have put spot in.
Yeah. Would have
Those are the
made
break
sense.
though. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Give me one moment and I'll bring you to the city. Actually, it's the top of the hour, so that will be our first break for the evening.
State.
Alright, thank you guys for watching, enjoying this starter session, to say, as we get everybody used to their characters and being a bitch to NPCs.
My apologies. Not really.
So we're going to do a quick 15-minute break as we go ahead and use the restroom, get drinks, and get comfortable. You can chill around, and once we're done with that, we'll see you guys here.